Hey everyone, Brian from Bearable Traders here. It is Sunday, December the 8th, and I'm traveling, so this is going to be a bit of an abbreviated video tonight, but we'll just take a look at the week that was, and maybe a little bit of a week ahead. But interesting Friday, had a blowout jobs number as everyone described it, and of course markets popped. You can see they really didn't do much after first half hour trading here. We kind of stayed flat for the rest of the day, but up big on the day regardless. All the indexes were up. And you can see here some of the groups that did well. Real estate seems to be making a move here. Maybe some of the REITs that are getting some interest, and healthcare, again, some interest over the month. But running out of a bit of steam here. I see they're kind of fallen down the list on the shorter timeline charts, I should say. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the indexes. You can see the transports. I was a little bit concerned about them. Still not sure what they're doing here. They did pop up on Friday, as you can see. RSI is kind of turning up here. Volume wasn't huge on it on Friday, despite the fact we had a big market day. So again, transport's not really confirming this big breakout. Yield kind of popped back up again. Yields came up, I guess, with a good jobs number, maybe indicating that the Fed will be on hold for any further rate reductions. Weekly, again, kind of stuck in a range there. Indexes, let's just take a look at the weeklies quickly. You can see here this weekly big doji reversal candle, right back up at the high for the Dow almost. Still down a little bit on the week, but big comeback week. Friday helped it along. See what happened with the IWM. Again, big comeback week. Looked like it was going to fail on this breakout, but then came back up. So it's not really up big on the week. We'll have to see how the index performs, but it just doesn't seem to really be enthusiastically participating in these rallies. But we have broken out on the IWM, the small caps. TNA being one way to play it. Let's take a look at the Qs weekly. Again, just right back up at the high here. And again, same story with the doji candle. Volume still a little light on the volume here, really dropped off. And even though we had a big market up day, not stellar volume, that's for sure. SPY, let's take a look at the SPY quickly. Again, same story. Sort of average on the volume side of things. RSI getting back up there. So it'll be an interesting week next week to see what happens. Looks like we're trending a little bit higher on the futures for the open. A lot of this, the market is going to depend on what happens in the coming week or so, when it's going to be about a week before these new tariffs are going to kick in. So we'll see what everybody's sort of now waiting to see, if the tariffs are going to go through, or if the White House is going to hold off on raising the tariffs again on the 15th. I think that'll be, if they do raise it, it'll be a significant negative for the market, and if they do hold the line on it, not raise them, could be a positive. So you can see here the VIX again, just volatility sucked out of the market. Let's take a quick look at some of the stocks that kind of been keeping an eye on here. Beyond, maybe found a bottom here. Might be watching that on next week. Clovis had this huge run up, this big pullback. Just wondering here if we got $4.50 to $17. I'm just wondering if this is about a 50% pullback here. Probably is in this 50% pullback range, so it might, Clovis actually might bounce back here. So something else to keep an eye on. LK seems to be holding this 29 level, so maybe a level to trade against if you want to get long on that one. Seems to be some option buying on that, leading you to believe it might be a bull play there, going for some higher highs. Nugget and gold, it just seems to be, just doesn't seem to have any direction right now. Roku had a big gap down, downgrade, tried to come back. Again, this looks like about a 50% retracement. So it's probably, Roku is going to be stuck until somebody upgrades or downgrades it again, probably. Semi's back up near the highs. Again, this is the measure of the yields, TBT, TLT. Again, just seem to be stuck in a range here. And TNA, again, way to play your small caps. But again, on Friday, it wasn't a very constructive trading day for the TNA. You can see we opened pretty close to the high. Well, 67, 66. The high was a buck higher, roughly, and we did a pretty significant little pullback. So, yeah, again, it's small caps still a little tentative here. Natural gas really getting beat up here. It's right back down near the lows. Might be a double bottom there. Something else to keep an eye on. And USO, oil trying to break out here. But still looks really choppy, and of course OPEC meetings and they're trying to get the oil price up, obviously. And that's about all I've got here. Like I said, I'm traveling this week, so I will be in the room, but day trading room in the morning. We'll look for everyone there, and hope everyone's had a great weekend. We'll talk to you Monday morning if you're going to join us. And pre-market show starts around 9 Eastern with some of our traders like Carlos. And I think Norm is out on a holiday, so it could be Peter doing the market show. Anyway, have a great rest of your evening, everybody, and we'll see you next week in the room. Bye for now.